Hey guys, I'm Dr. Matt, but I'm not that kind of doctor. I'm a researcher who studies crime, disorder, and violent extremism. Today, we're going to cover a second video from Son of God Adam, where he's actually pulled out of his car and arrested.
What's up?
Hello.
Hello.
Tiger, please.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Great. How are you?
Good.
We're being recorded, just for you know.
Oh, you're being recorded as well.
Okay. I am put on the e-brake.
So the reason I'm stopping you is because you don't have a license plate, and I don't see a temp tag.
Can I know why I need one?
Why it's required
By whom?
by the state of Oregon.
Well, can you tell me who the state of Oregon is?
I don't know how to answer that question.
I mean, I do have the right. I do have the right to use the highways and byways, right?
You do. Do you have a valid license
License to do what?
to drive?
Oh well, yeah. I'm not driving.
You are driving. I saw you driving.
No. I'm traveling. I'm not engaged in any commercial activity.
I don't understand. You can be driving and not engaging in commercial activity. It could be for personal business.
It's not a business at all.
I understand that.
Okay.
So I'm just telling you why I'm stopping you. Okay?
Oh,
No license plate and no temp permit, right? So that's why I'm stopping you.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you for your license, registration, proof of insurance.
And I respectfully decline. I don't know why you would be needing that, considering.
I need to make sure that you can drive on the highway here.
But I'm not driving.
You were driving at the time.
Okay, what leads? I mean, I don't really don't want to be rude or disrespectful. I'm trying to understand why you would need a license to do something I have the right to do.
Adam is directly conflating the American right of freedom of movement with the right to travel or the right to drive an automobile. The federal government's primary role in the United States is to regulate commerce and regulate relationships between states. Their job is not so much to create what is illegal or unlawful, but it's just to regulate the relationships. That was the idea at the founding of the United States Constitution. The original founders viewed states as independent bodies, and prior to the US Constitution, they essentially operated completely independently from one another. They had their own currency, their own monetary systems, and the idea behind the federal government was to actually regulate this and create it under one umbrella. Therefore, in most cases, the federal government is only responsible for regulating commerce. And, according to the 10th Amendment of the United States, the power is not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, i.e., the federal government, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively or to the people. The idea that anything the US government does not regulate is therefore able to be regulated by the states unless the US Constitution prohibits this from being regulated by the states, i.e., interstate commerce or relationships between the states themselves. But yes, Adam, please confuse Supreme Court cases that have nothing to do with your right to drive a motor vehicle, so I continue to have content.
Well, it's a privilege, right?
Well, no, absolutely. Driving is a privilege. Absolutely, I agree with there. Okay. I agree.
So you don't want to give me that?
Well, I mean, I don't have one because I don't drive.
But you were driving when I saw you.
No, miss,
I don't want to argue about whether or not you were driving, right?
Right. No, I don't either. I want to help as much as I can.
22, 21. Wait a second.
Yeah. I want to help as much as I can. Can I get, sorry, your name and badge number?
Officer Bunyava.
Can you say that slower?
It's pretty long.
Say it slowly.
Bunyava.
Bunyavath, okay. C. Bunyavath, do you have a number? The personnel number?
58425.
58425? Okay, thank you very much.
Tiger Police Department.
Yeah.
I would absolutely recommend that no matter what kind of interaction you're having, if you're involved in a traffic stop, it's probably a good idea just to get the officer's name and badge number or personnel number. It's just generally a good idea so that way you at least know who you're dealing with, and if something does happen or you need to make a complaint or mention this to somebody in the future, you do have identifying information. I also highly recommend recording traffic stops. Not that you want to catch the officer doing anything wrong, but it's kind of like having a dash camera. It's just a good idea.
So I'd really like to just be free to travel down the road.
I have to make sure that you have the proper documentation to do so. Right. So
Can
that
I
includes having a valid driver license.
can I ask what makes you think I'm engaged in commercial activity?
That's not why I'm stopping you, and that's not what
So
I think that's irrelevant to the stop.
I think otherwise.
The commercial activity?
Yeah.
So why do you think I'm curious about that? Why are you asking me about that?
Why don't you know the difference? That's what I wonder.
Between what?
My right and a privilege.
I don't understand.
Well, why would you think that I don't have the right to use my property?
So I'm not disputing that, right? I
Okay.
am conducting a traffic stop. I
Okay.
pulled you over because you don't have a license plate or a temporary permit.
Certainly.
Okay. Now I need to make sure that you have the proper documentation to operate a vehicle on a public highway.
And I heard what you said, but I'm confused as far as you keep saying I'm operating a vehicle on the
You
highways.
were operating a vehicle at the time I stopped you. Okay.
Okay, I get what you're saying. But I don't understand what makes you think I'm engaged in commercial activity.
At no point did I say I think you're engaged in commercial activity.
Okay,
Okay.
so why the inquiry?
Why what?
Why the inquiry then?
There's no inquiry into any commercial anything. All I need is your license, registration, proof of insurance.
I
Is there something you don't want to tell me?
no, I'm trying to cooperate. So I got a can of, can I reach for this? This is just a can of artichokes.
Okay.
An empty
I was
can.
just curious what that was.
Empty can of artichokes.
Okay. Can I get your name at least?
I use the name Adams, from time to time. I've been known to use the name Adam.
Okay. Adams, is there a reason you don't want to give me your information?
Do you suspect me of a crime?
No, I'm pulling you over for a traffic stop. That's not a crime, it's a violation.
Okay. I think.
Okay?
I
So
think.
can I please get some identification?
Adam definitely thinks. He just doesn't think logically or critically.
Otherwise,
Will I be in trouble if I decline?
you will be detained for the purposes of me trying to identify you. And that is so I can give you a citation.
A citation for what?
Well, you're not proving that you have valid driving privileges. You're not providing me proof of insurance, which is required for operating a vehicle upon a public highway, and registration, which has to be in the vehicle at all times.
Okay, now with that said, I'm not committing a crime yet.
Yet? Are you?
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. You don't suspect me of a crime yet.
Should I?
That's what I'm saying. I'm clarifying. You don't suspect me of a crime right now.
No, this is a violation.
Okay.
I pulled you over for a traffic violation.
Unless I'm being arrested for something, I would like to remain private.
Okay.
Sovereign citizens generally have this perception that they are traveling in a private capacity, meaning that it's an individual capacity for that person. However, in most cases, this doesn't actually mean anything. They just use it because they believe that they can separate their private identity, their person, from their government issued identity or subject. In a lot of cases, sovereign citizens will actually create a trust that they put all of their information into, out of the belief that if they separate themselves as the executor of their government issued identity or via their trust, they can get out of almost any violation of the law.
So, like I said, if you choose to do so, you will be detained so that I can identify you for the purposes of issuing you a citation.
But see, I don't understand the citation. If I haven't committed a crime, who is charging me?
Hey, 15?
Yeah.
Okay. Adams, can you please just give me something?
Well, that's what I'm trying to understand before I give you something that I have the right to remain, what do you call it? Private.
Okay.
Right? No? Sorry, excuse me?
So, I'm going to get a third just in case.
I mean, I don't want to get violent. I don't want you guys to get violent at all. I'm trying to prevent this. You guys are supposed to de-escalate.
Sovereign citizens and First Amendment auditors often use this term, you're supposed to de-escalate. Why aren't you de-escalating the situation against police officers? But in reality, they're the ones that are escalating things and expecting that the person is not having a proportional response. In my current career, I have worked on de-escalation policies, use of force criteria, and in most cases, the idea that centralizes a use of force is proportionality of response. If you are increasing the level of resistance, they are going to increase the level of force. That's just what happens. And you are essentially creating the situation.
Absolutely.
Right. And unless I've committed a crime, I don't believe, unless you can show me the law that requires me to prove something to you without suspecting me of a crime, I'd like to decline and remain private. I'd really like my privacy. And that's really all. I'm a peaceful person. I don't want to get into
paper for anything, Adams?
Paper for what?
Have you ever been in trouble with the law?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Because just from our brief conversation in our interaction, it's very odd.
Is it?
It is.
What's odd about it? Did I like my privacy?
That you're not identifying yourself.
Okay, can I get your name and wait, and your home address?
I'm not asking for your home address.
But it would be on an ID, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Okay, can I have your identification?
No, you're not stopping me for anything. Are you a peace officer?
Are you aware that it's the United States Code that if you're requesting something from me, that I can get the information that you're requesting from me from you? We can exchange information.
This is not a request for exchange of information. This is me asking you for your information. Okay, I am acting as a peace officer of the law.
A peace officer. I hope you remain peaceful.
I hope you remain peaceful as well.
I can't hear you very well. Would you mind just opening your door?
I do mind, yeah.
You what?
I do mind, yes. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you. Thank you, though, for asking, yeah.
Adams?
Adam? Sorry. Adam, just Adam.
Oh, okay. I'd love to just figure this out.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd
Okay.
love to figure out whatever you require of me to.
What is it that you're having a problem with?
I'm trying to figure out what you guys have a problem with.
My problem is that you don't have a license plate or a temporary tag.
Can you show me something where to travel
Absolutely.
that requires me to?
Yes.
At this point, we're just going in a cyclical pattern. We're just going in circles, round and round, because Adam is in complete denial, unlike most sovereign citizens. In fact, the police really shouldn't be giving him the time of day. They should be moving on and essentially just pulling him out of the vehicle and identifying him. Because every moment, every minute that we waste, you are giving him more justification for his future behavior. This is not going to prevent him from doing anything in the future because he knows that he can spend all this time just talking, and he assumes that they're just trying to find a way to go around what he considers to be his inalienable rights.
It's called the Oregon Revised Statutes.
Oh, statute. Okay, a statute, not a law, a statute.
Of Oregon, the state of Oregon.
Who's the state of Oregon?
Who's the state of Oregon?
Yeah. And how do?
Are you a sovereign citizen?
What would make you think that?
Just asking a question.
I really decline to answer questions. I mean, that's.
Just wondering if that's how you identify yourself as.
I don't know why you would think that. I'm completely peaceful. I have no ill intention.
I appreciate that.
I'm like I said, if you guys.
Do you happen to think you might have like a warrant or something like that? Because we can always deal with that. But right now,
Is there something that makes you think I have a warrant? Did I do something that makes... Okay. Okay.
But often people withhold information because of that. And right now, just to let you know, the jail's not taking many people for warrants. So
No, I see that. I know that. But it's not about that. It's about...
Your privacy.
It's about my privacy, and if you guys want to exchange information, if you want to give me your information, I may
You may what?
I may decide to exchange, but
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
In Heibel v. the 6th Judicial District Court of Nevada, the United States Supreme Court upheld the requirement that an individual who is stopped by a police officer and suspected of committing a crime or an infraction is required to provide their identification to the officer, at least with enough information to identify them.
Adam, do you have any weapons in the vehicle?
I do not.
Thank you.
Yeah, no. No, I don't believe in weapons. There's no need for them. I try, you live by the gun, you die by the gun, so I just, I don't do weapons.
Okay.
I'm hoping you guys don't get violent here. Like that is. If
not
you guys, if your intention is to get violent, I will.
So
the
reason we have 3 officers is for officer safety. Okay.
Okay, can you? Now think about this. Think about this. You guys are all armed. Yeah.
Okay.
He's cool.
No, Adam, it's really not. You're wasting so much time. We're gonna wrap it up.
5 minutes later.
No, this is no trick. I know you were right behind me, and that light was red all the way around for no reason. The light's either broken or you guys are planning it. This is funny. This is crazy, actually.
5 minutes later.
My name? How do you know my? Like how?
I don't know.
What is my
Why are you
name?
going around?
Do I have a name? Do I have? I know the name that I am authorized to use.
5 minutes later.
You guys would be committing burglary, unlawful entry to well, that's no, it's not a motor vehicle, so, but it'll be burglary, entering a space with the intent to commit a crime.
A few moments later.
Adam, what about an address?
Sorry, unless I'm suspected of a crime, I'd like to remain private. I'm a peaceful person. There's no reason I have to tell you guys who I am, especially if you don't tell me who you are.
Adam, don't you remember asking any of these officers for their names and badge numbers? Like, 3 times?
You told me your name, but will you give me your home address like you're gonna require of me? Nah, I didn't think so. And by United States code, I have that right to exchange any information that you're asking of me.
You serious?
Because you are asking, correct? You're asking. Okay. Well, see, you don't have the right to tell me. You don't have rights, actually. You don't have the authority to tell me. Okay. I know what I know. That's your opinion.
5 minutes later.
You are threatening me. You are threatening me. Because I know you're going to threaten me.
I'm going to be on this side. Alright? You don't want to identify yourself as a movie. I don't want to fight. So this
If you guys suspect me of a crime,
this is what we're going to do. We're probably going to hit that window with a window button.
I prefer not to.
You have every option to come
No, you have every option to violate me.
Alright, so we're going to hit that window. Alright?
You break my windows, and I'm not going to be happy. You guys will be liable for
If
it.
you don't want to take off your seatbelt, we're going to cut the seatbelt. We're going
You
to try to
cut my
make this-
fucking safety strap, dude, and you're going to pay for it.
If you fight us,
I'm not going to fight you at all. But I don't want to be fucking... No.
you have every right
Hey,
to do what you
you are fucking threatening me. I will get out if you guys are going to use violence.
I'm letting you know what's going
Are you going to use violence if I don't get out?
I gave you the whole rundown.
Or are you going to use violence if I don't get out?
Yes, we will.
You will? You're threatening me that if I don't identify myself, if I don't give up my rights, you're gonna violate me.
Here we go!
Okay, thank you. That's a fucking threat. I'm getting out. I don't want violence. They're right fucking here. I don't want to lose my shit. You guys are threatening me. Let this, for the record, I'm being threatened to get out of my property. I am being threatened. They're going to use fucking violence if I do not get out. Hold on. I see you're going to fuck me over if I don't comply with your unlawful orders. Okay? Thank you. I'm putting this down. I'm getting out because I'm being threatened. You're threatening me, correct? You're threatening me? Or are you threatening me? I need to know this. I want to... I am trying to know if you are going to... if you are threatening me, I will get out. Okay? I'm getting out. If you are threatening me. Are you threatening me? I need to know this. I need to know this, guys. I need to know this. My hands are right here. Check it out. My hands are right here. If you are threatening me, are you threatening me? Are you threatening me? I want to know. I want to know if I need to get out. I don't want to use violence. I don't want to use violence. Are you threatening me? Are you threatening? Only if you're threatening me. I don't want to get out unless you're threatening me. Unless you're threatening me. Okay, you're threatening me then. You're threatening me? Or are you threatening me? Or are you threatening me? Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me? Okay! Fuck me! Okay! Fuck me! Goddamn! It's off! It's off! It's off! No, got it! No, got it! It's off! Fuck! Goddamn! Fuck! You motherfucker! Oh my god! Holy shit! Fuck! Don't kill me! Fuck you! Get off my fucking head! You fucking asshole! Get off my fucking head! You piece of shit! Ow! You fuck! Ow! I haven't done anything! What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Ow! You fucking piece of shit! What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Oh, fuck! Ow! 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 Oh my god, dude! Holy shit! What did I do? Why did I have to go? Fucking window! Why?
Lock his ass up! Lock his ass up! You're going to jail! You're going to jail!
Adam is the type of sovereign citizen who just never seems to learn because it benefits him to stay in this status. Unfortunately, he's going to keep getting arrested. He's going to keep getting pulled over because he's not a smart sovereign citizen. He doesn't use fake license plates. He just uses no license plate, which obviously attracts a lot more attention than one that's fake. I hope you all have enjoyed this video and learned a little bit more about sovereign citizens. I'll make sure to keep an eye on Adam because he always seems to have good content for this type of channel. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if there's any other videos you want me to take a look at. Alright, have a great night.